having both of them in your team could actually be a strong ploy.
Yeah.
Even Firmino's back on action. He's scored 2 in the World Club competition, and he's back on target against.
That's right. Because he hasn't got tons of goals this season, Firmino, but he's slowly rising in value. I think.
And I mean, against Leicester, wow, it was top against second. Liverpool
and he
destroyed
links up the whole
4-0.
play. I think without Firmino, they are definitely a weaker team. I know Origi comes in, he fills in the gaps here and there. What's really hard to get is to guess between who's going to score the most points between Mane and Salah. Very rarely do they both.
Do you
get
think
two
there's
goals,
value in ditching both of them and going for Firmino? I know the thing is he's a striker.
I think it's risky. I think you got to have one, and I think as
is it
we've
because
seen,
he's classified as a striker though? If he was a midfielder, would you be more inclined?
So I've been losing a lot of sleep the last 2 weeks over my team.
Yeah.
And it's really because I have not reacted to Liverpool being back in the Premier League. I took Mane out my team.
Yeah, for the blank game
for
week.
the thing, and then Christmas, the festive season, I keep looking at the app, not got the balls to actually make the transfer, and then next thing I know, a game's been played and I can't make the transfer. And I feel like I'm missing out every time Liverpool play. I'm scared. Right? So I definitely think you need one of them in your team. I would not take both of them.
I quickly just want to round out fifth and jump into sixth and then touch on that point. So fifth position in the league is Sausage Burner, who he's moved above me.
Don't trust him with your sausages. He's turned your sausages.
2 points above me. And then there's
Frankfurter out.
Jimmy Ferguson. He's slipped to the lowly sixth position out of
Jimmy.
Out of 8.
Jimmy from
What's the buffet like down there?
Yeah, what's it like,
There
mate?
isn't a buffet, boys. It's a food. What do you call it?
It's a scramble.
Soup kitchen.
Soup kitchen. Yes. It's a food kitchen. You get served on a Thursday.
So just
You
to
sort of
clarify,
have to-
listeners.
But what I wanted to chat about here, sorry.
That's
Go on and clarify it.
No, I was just
Clarify
going to
for
say,
listeners.
in fifth you get pork pies, and then fourth upwards you get like prawn sandwiches, you get
Sausage
the whole,
rolls,
you get
oh.
sausage rolls,
Oh,
you
yeah,
get the
the
whole
banquet,
lot.
the
But then
banquet.
underneath fifth is really where you're scrambling. It's really a food.
You're struggling to feed
I
yourself.
shouldn't give the secret away, but maybe if you get 13 points more than me this week, you'll experience the roast dinner.
Oh, that's very
Bit of
tempting.
filet.
I like a bit of turkey. I like a bit of turkey.
Pellegrini, the boy that likes a holiday in the Hamptons.
Oh, it's January, I'm not going to be
Self-help.
drinking. I'm going to do dry January, so I'll be eating a lot.
So gents, the one thing I want to call
That's
out
a lie.
there
It's a lie. 10-point deduction.
being in anyhow, gents, being in sixth position, one of the reasons I am there's 2 reasons, okay?
Yep.
The main reason is Robertson. I put him on the bench and he got a 7-point return game week 19.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at it and thought Liverpool are coming back from World Club competition, they're playing Leicester, they're going to be jet lagged. They play, when they won it, they actually went to extra time to win that game.
Yeah.
I thought there is no way they're coming back and playing the same team. I was like, Robertson's going to be rested,
They're all, Mane.
Arnold will be rested.
Salah.
He come in, right, and he did an absolutely blinding job of, Klopp. He played the same team.
It's fantastic, wasn't it?
And I couldn't afford that, and I thought that he would have rested them. So for me, for Liverpool, the fact that he played them all is just crazy, and
It's insane, actually.
they're actually brilliant teams.
In the festive period as well. Not only was it the Club World, FIFA World Cup, it was in the festive period, which is the busiest period, and Klopp was always and all the managers complain about it. Like you say, no one would have called that.
No one.
And especially playing those front three that are so crucial to
that front three, yet again, for me, there's 4 players, maybe 5 players in the Liverpool team that are going to score goals and big points.
Yeah.
Probably 6, right? You've got Salah, Mane, Alexander-Arnold, Robertson. But then you've got Van Dijk. Then you've got
Matip.
Origi if he comes in and plays.
Yeah.
And then the one that I'm
Wijnaldum.
missing there is Robertson, potentially.
Yeah.
So what you have to do there is you need to select the best 3 from that. The second reason that I'm where I am, and everyone you'll remember this, is because I removed Kevin De Bruyne 4 weeks ago, which was ridiculous.
Best player in the Premier League
What I've now realised since then, I've had a bit of an epiphany over Christmas. You cannot remove quality from your team. Form is temporary.
Yeah.
Class is permanent.
Yes.
That's
a great catchphrase.
You
there,
need to
actually.
keep the class in your team. Kevin De Bruyne for me is class. He's got to be in your team. Mane, got to be in your team.
Yep.
Alexander-Arnold, world-class player. Gary Lineker put a tweet out on just before Christmas Day saying, I'm looking forward to next year with a whole wealth of English talent coming through. And he literally lists like Alexander-Arnold, Wan-Bissaka, Grealish.
Dele Alli.
Young because he said he's older. He had
Madison.
Mason Mount on the list, he had Maddison, he had Rice.
Yeah.
Basically, the comments were just absolutely lambasting Gary Lineker and going, there's actually only one world-class player on your list, and it's Alexander-Arnold. And he is a world-class player. Fantasy managers, what you've got to do is make sure you keep the class in your team. Those 3 or 4 players for the whole season. Don't remove them.
Yeah.
I removed De Bruyne for Dele Alli, who was in form.
Yeah.
Dele Alli.
Yeah.
It's laughable. I've shot myself in the foot. That's why I'm in sick.
I bet many people would have done the same, especially with Tottenham, with Jose Mourinho coming in. You know, everyone was piling on
I was
Tottenham.
listening to you lot, mate. I'm not bitter about it.
I've completely fallen into that trap with Spurs.
And
I'm just not paying off. Yeah, and Milivojevic. But you know, Spurs, the first game you win 5-0, you think, oh, this is the reaction they wanted. This is how they're going to continue playing.
Yeah.
And then you remember it's Jose Mourinho. He likes to park the bus.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying
He
to
wins
do.
1-0s, he wins 1-2-1s, you know, he does
Yeah.
he doesn't normally do a big... I know they beat, Burnley 5-0 or something like that, you know, like you say.
To be honest, I've had Aurier in my team for a while, and again...
They do well against
He was unlucky at the
Great
weekend.
goal. Great goal
he was
against
unlucky.
Norwich.
He stuck his leg out, and it hits it. And that's
Blinding
minus 1
finish.
point for him.
Yeah.
That was a sickener.
Okay, lads, just to round out the rest of the league then, that's me in 6th. Below me, you've got Matty Lawless.
Matty Lawless.
He's in 7th. And,
published a great article.
Yeah,
yesterday.
lovely article on the Mirror.com about the new West Ham signing of Moyes. I thought it was very impartial, given he's a West Ham fan. He kind of came from the angle of, it's not really what the fans want. It's kind of static. You're going backwards. But then he actually did praise Moyes for being a decent manager. But he kept you up. I mean, Ricky, what do you think about this West Ham?
You know what?
You're in a bit of a...
It's torrid times for the
mate.
Hammers. It's a
relegation fight, isn't it?
Exactly, as Matty had referenced in the article as well. It's our 3rd relegation battle in 4 years, which is disgraceful, really. You know, considering everything we've been promised, Champions League football, investment. You know, they've got a cheap stadium, basically. You know, they haven't paid much for this brand new stadium, so they've got, that's why they've pumped a lot of money into the players and Pellegrini. They've spent a lot of money on him. His payoff must have been significant.
Absolutely.
And I just don't see. David Moyes, of course, he did well at Everton, right?
Yeah.
He did well at Everton, made them a consistent, solid team for 8 years or so, right? And then obviously went to Manchester United, and then we all know what happened after that. I just think, can he do it twice? He kept us in the Premier League last time after taking over from Slaven Bilic. Can he do it again?
I'm optimistic for you.
I am too, but he comes into a team that have lost 4 in the last 5. The only team that's got such a bad record is Aston Villa.
That's not true.
Why is that not true?
Sorry.
Lost 4 in the last 5.
It is.
I mean, you're 1 point above the drop zone, and the one thing that I liked in Matty's article about that is West Ham don't have any speed in your team. You look very slow and lethargic, and I think he's going to have to change that. Silver lining for you, you've got 19 games, everyone else has played 20, so you've got a game
against Liverpool,
against Liverpool.
Anything could happen. They might rest their players.
It's fantastic. Funny enough, we did get a draw against Liverpool last season, and we probably had a worse team. But then, obviously, we all know Liverpool are unbeatable this season. And, getting a point off of them this season.
There we go to bottom of the league. Patrick Vieira.
Patrick Vieira.
Wow,
still down there.
Not quite beating that 1,000 point barrier. He's got a mental simulation. Can't get over that.
And he's not here with us today because he didn't get the job, and he thought he had that job at Arsenal. And when Arteta came in, he was like, "That's it. Me and Raheem are off to Disneyland." So Patrick Vieira,
he's got to see Frozen 2.
He is sitting next to Baby Raheem, and they are holding hands with Olaf from Frozen 2. Well, Patrick's holding hands because Raheem can't quite get there.
Not a bad score from him this week, though. 61
he's
points.
good team.
How far away is he from not being bottom anymore?
He got lucky. He had Vardy as his captain. Obviously, didn't play, which we haven't touched on yet. But Leicester not really performing. But then, luckily, that his vice captain went to Manny, so he got 22 points from that. And then he also has De Bruyne in his midfield. So those two big players. Along with Danny Wings up front.
Danny Wings, he was lovely.
Danny Wings.
And that kind of gives his team
that's it.
revival.
So how far from being not bottom is Patrick Vieira?
He's 37 points, mate. It's pretty
still
bad.
a way to go, Paddy. Still a way to go, mate.
He did.
He
did
165 from top of the league. 1141.
Could still be done, Could still be done. We all saw what happened to Leicester in 2014-15, was it?
Exactly.
I think to round out this half, though, guys, guys, we've got two things left to chat about here. Firstly, the cup. Everyone's out of the cup except for one man.
Way!
I am, unfortunately. Boxing Day did not go my way. Trent Alexander-Arnold. My opponent had him, and I didn't. I had Robertson. So
no, you're still in, mate.
So that was me out. No, that's me
you
out.
Sure?
Yeah, survived 3 weeks.
Oh, you went out that week. Okay.
You're now down to...
So you're into the 5th round, Ricky.
I am indeed.
You're down to the last 250k.
I beat Chris Cheen from the USA, from his team, Sun Don't Shine. Beat him by 20 points. It was 66-46.
Easy.
No one
does to Pellers.
Confidence is everything, right? So I'm going into the next round full of confidence. And
who have you got next round, Ricky?
I've got Maestro.
Breaking it, Maestro.
Kareem Mohsen from Egypt.
If you're listening,
high hopes for the next round.
You've got the power of
flying the flag high, LBCR, left back in the changing room.
So gents.
To run out though, we've got
one flop. Over
flop
to you.
And the flop.
Flop and flop.
I think we've already touched on this week, but Klopp's right-hand man, he kept the team the same. A lot of people were wondering if that was wise going into Boxing Day. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, what a man. Like, he stepped up, didn't he?
Fantastic.
And there, what was it, 24 points he got?
Yeah.
That's just phenomenal.
For a defender as well, going down that right wing, he's having a season of his life.
So absolutely gutted I didn't have him, and he even got 8 points in the next game week, so I'll take it up there. And my flop for the week, some people might say this is pretty harsh, but I think he's been enjoying himself too much, and he's been having too much fun with Rebecca, so much so that she was knocked up and he missed the game week, and a lot of people didn't see that coming. I think they kind of kept that quiet, and a lot of people still had him captain.
Mr. Vardy.
Luckily a lot of people benefited, but Jamie Vardy. Liverpool, you had scored in the last 8 games against them, I believe, and you hit a blank.
Yeah, hit a blank, and he's, like you say, he's the top FPL scorer of the whole season, and for him
so
not
just
to
drew
play,
a blank, yeah.
A lot of people would have capped him against West Ham as well.
Do you think his mind was on the baby though?
What comes first?
I've heard though that he's had a vasectomy now, and that's why he shot blanks against Liverpool.
Yeah.
So that's just a rumour that I've heard.
The party's over.
But yeah, 2 points then. He'll be back.
Ricky, you have a valid point though. What comes first, baby or football? That's horrendous. How dare you? How dare you? And we also had the Tottenham. You had the Tottenham boy who said he didn't want to play this week.
No, but
there you go, guys. We got the club. We got the flop. I think it's both well deserved titles there. We are moving into
half time.
Absolutely. Just before half time, I want to do a quick call out. We had an email come in from our top fan, Marty, we like to call him, young Marty. It was his birthday actually, and we forgot to call him out in the last episode. So happy birthday, Marty!
Happy birthday, Marty!
Did you get the
36?
I hope
not even a grey hair in sight.
I hope he had put it into the Premier League correctly. The fantasy app, you get double points on your birthday.
He obviously fucked it up.
Like double rewards, like Starbucks.
Marty. Hey. Make sure you update that in your profile, listeners.
If anyone needs to know how to do that, send us an email. leftinthechangingroom@gmail.com. Get us on Twitter at leftbackfpl. Guys, we'll see you in the second half. It's been brilliant so far.
Way.
Welcome to part 2 of Left Back in the Changing Room. Hey. We're back. We've got the traditional Ricky Pellegrini. Hey, I like that enthusiasm, sir. I'm joined with Sean the John McGinn fanboy.
The Sean McGinn fanboy. I think that's
he's injured at the moment. You were just mentioning.
Yeah, I didn't realise you're a fan.
Broke his ankle, mate.
He's going to be a fanboy. I bet you were crying when you heard that news.
Breaking news, listeners, top 3 weeks ago.
Scotland have the playoffs coming up, playing Israel at home in the first leg. That's going to be a tough fixture without him. McTominay also went off injured at the weekend.
I saw that
as well. So it's all falling apart from Scotland. But anyway, we're enough about Scotland today.
So, mate, when did he get injured, John McGinn?
The week before Christmas.
Okay, breaking news, listeners. John McGinn fanboy has told us John McGinn has broken his ankle. He's out of fantasy. Don't get him.
Only 2 weeks late. Breaking news.
We're on the ball, guys. We're on the ball. What's that? It's a Rambolino that's coming in. Rambling through the dugout. Right, who've we got on the line?
Hi guys, it's Kareem here from Egypt. My mate Mo was listening to the show.
Hi, Kareem.
Hi, Kareem. What's your question, mate?
He told me that Pellegrini that I'm playing you this week.
Kareem who's
Kareem!
Team Maestro playing Ricky Pellegrini this week.
That's me. Yeah, he better be scared.
Are you scared, fellas?
It's not often we get to meet our opponents, but Kareem, best of luck, mate. You know, you've probably seen I've done